Good morning everybody and welcome to the Monday morning stream here on Twitch. Sorry, I'm just finding me place on this guide. 1 second. Right, yes, end of last episode we entered Driftwood, but I entered it too soon if I remember correctly. Oh dear. Right, yes, I need to go back out because we need to save Siva and then go into Driftwood. So we'll go and try and do that first. Get us started. Nothing there. Right, game saved for us, Powerful Awakening. Saved Meister Siva. We found Meister Siva half dead on the gallows outside of Driftwood. We need to free her, yes we do. That is an integral part of what we need to do. I'm thinking what I'll do though is take main person into the fray.
Kill Alexander, you stupid ape. Release me.
Alright, let's talk to this dude, or dudess, whatever she is. He is.
A Magister guard approaches. Behind her, on the gallows, 2 lizards. One in a Magister uniform hangs dead from her neck. The other hangs from her hands, still alive.
Step away from the prisoner, elf! I did not kill Alexander, you stupid ape.
Ask who the half-living prisoner is and why she's hanging by her hands.
She's hanging by her hands because the boss don't want her dead just yet. She's a tough one, Meister Siva. She's a seeker and she's a bloody traitor.
Tell you, have you heard of the sneakers?
What have you heard?
Sneakers.
Have you heard that they killed our beloved Alexander?
Seekers.
She was part of the Order. Knew Alexander personally. Alexander trusted her. At least as far as you can trust a lizard. To repay that trust, the Meister gave Alexander up to his enemies. She wasn't there when Alexander fell, but White Magister Raymond uncovered the truth. She's as guilty as any of them, and I reckon she got off lightly. I'd have had her flayed alive with a salted bullwhip.
Tell you, you're going to set the Meister free, she'd be wise to stand aside.
You're going to... what, now?
Offer an opportunity to set the Meister free herself.
She betrayed Alexander. I'd sooner die than free her.
Her strength persuasion. Ask if she knows who killed Alexander. Point at yourself. Oh, come on. Looks like we're fighting.
Try it and we'll tear your head off. Now move along.
The lizard hangs from the gibbet, her face blooded and her scales discoloured. Her eyes are closed, but her tongue flickers as you approach.
Welcome to Driftwood, God-woken.
One bloody eye cracks open, glittering gold appearing from beneath the swollen lid.
Chased you all the way here from Fort Joy, did they? Very well then, cut me down. There is work to be done. Or indeed you could stand there gawping as if your master had just ordered you to fly. Whatever fits your purpose, my dear.
Reach up to undo her restraints.
Be quick about it, before the Magister realises their prize catch is about to slip through the net.
Quickly slash through the restraints and help her down.
Excellent. Now if you be...
There we go. Right, got to stop her getting wherever she's going. Actually, oh, don't tell me it's aggro the guards down there. I thought I saw red down there then. What? Okay. wasn't what I wanted. $141. Let's move you up there.
Glory is mine.
Can't see any blood. Oh god, the guards have aggroed. Might have to reload this. We'll take a step that way. There we go. I'll have to do something about that. This is not looking good. Oh, crippled, aren't I? Damn it. Forgot about you. There we go. That should help. God, they're strong, these. How can it miss? How can it miss? Right, let's What on earth was that?
I'll yield to
Oh, come on! That's ridiculous.
I'm ready.
Wow, how strong is that? Get away from me. Oh, this is ridiculous. Why is he missing?
feeding.
Cornered.
Okay, I'm silenced. Brilliant. Why is he missing? Okay. Up my physical. Oh, where's Let's try that. Charmed. Thank you very much. Consume that. Well, we're okay for that. Up there, what can we do? Well, we need a heal. Might help a little bit. Shields up, that might help. Little bit of survivability there. Let's try and get in your face, see if you can distract you from hitting me. There you go, of course the charmed. That's good. Not charmed anymore. Why is he missing all the time? Not blinded. What the hell? What's with all the misses? I don't get it. Don't understand.
Into the dark with you.
Should help. Have you got teleport back up? Yes, you have. Right, let's put you next to him. Sorry.
Glory is mine.
Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
Into the dark with you.
I need aid.
How many misses have we had this round? It's absolutely ridiculous. And you still haven't got armour. You still got armour. That has been a lifesaver. Miss again. That's 3 dead. We're not doing well. This is ridiculous. How many times have we missed her? Load game. I can't believe how many misses. That is RNG gone wrong. Right, we're going to have to try and find a way to get this conversation, I think. Yes, just in case.
Come now. Is this really necessary?
Just in case, let's get you up here. And split you two out.
You poor dwarf. Do you even know what they've done to you?
I'll save in that. Hey, that guy. I didn't see him put the evade on. I mean, I have that. uncanny evasion. I didn't see any of them cast it. And I certainly didn't notice the buff that was on them.
Do you even know what they've done to you?
Right, let's see if we can get the conversation again.
Behind her, on the gallows, 2 lizards. One in a
Oh, it's on
uniform
Tactician.
hangs dead from
It's
her
on
neck. The other
hard.
hangs from her
Step away from the prisoner, elf!
Tell you going to set the prisoner free, you should be wise to look the other way.
You're going to... What
Offer
now?
the opportunity to set a prisoner free herself.
She betrayed Alexander. I'd sooner die than free her.
Right, let's try Constitution Persuasion. Needed 4. We're not going to get the persuade on this at all.
I have my own.
Right, here we go again.
From the gibbet.
Welcome to Driftwood.
One bloody...
Chased you all the way here from Fort Joy, did they? Very
Oh,
well.
right, okay
Cut me
then.
down. There is work to be done.
Thanks for that, guy.
Or indeed you could stand there gawping as if your master had just ordered you to fly.
That's very frustrating,
Fit your purpose, my dear.
to say the least.
The Meister bares her teeth, stained a deep pink by her blood, and growls.
Malady is unfortunately mistaken. I cannot train you, but I can certainly help you on your path. As long as I am free of this rope.
We'll talk to her about
Be
that after.
quick
Let's
about
do
it
this.
before the Magister realised. Excellent.
Right, here we go again. Let me just check this. Yes, they have got it on, haven't they? Yes, they've got it on. Thank you. Andy's got it.
Drat.
Get back. Right, I'm going to focus these down. They've got evading aura on as well. Okay, let's use that then. Oh right, that's good. That's really nice. Wonderful. We've just lost all our armour. Try and get distraction up. Yeah, it looks that way. Yeah, miss again. Thanks, that guy. I've already completed this game. I did it on Classic, but this is another level. The Tactician, another level altogether. If that'll hit. No. If that'll hit. No. Oh, no thanks. No thanks, this is hard enough, thank you, but that's the end of that. If she dies too soon, we've got no chance. I think I might try the other options. I'd need to get into town and get the quest done. I just want to get Siva. Right, let's try the other options.
A Magister guard approaches.
Step away from the prisoner, elf! She's hanging by her hands because the boss don't want her dead just yet. She's a tough
That's
one,
what crime
Master
saw His Majesty
Thief.
brought so
She's a
low or
seeker.
high.
She was part of the Order. Knew Alexander personally. Alexander trusted her. At least as far as you can trust a lizard. To repay that trust, the Meister gave Alexander up to his... She wasn't there when Alexander fell. You're going to... What, now? She betrayed Alexander. I'd sooner die than free her.
Is this really necessary?
Oh, hang on a minute.
You insult me.
Apologise, you meant no offence. Offer a little more.
Why, I wouldn't do it for an entire bag of gold coins.
Offer an entire bag of gold coins, 300.
All right then, done. But be quick about it.
There we go.
The lizard hangs from the...
Welcome to Driftwood.
One bloody...
Chased.
That saved me all that
Chased
hassle.
all the way here. Or indeed you could stand there gawping as if your master had just ordered you to
Reach
be quick
up.
about it. Who knows when that magistrate might return? God's teeth, it feels...
Very nice. Is that her going back into town? I think it is. Nothing else there?
You're fine as long as you don't go wandering.
Follow her home. Should be to the right here, I think, if memory serves. Well, there's 100 gold back. Yeah, I'm afraid if it was the Tactician Honour mode, I'd lasted about an hour, and I would have been out. I would have died.
The Meister sits slumped in a chair, looking around the room as she works her shoulder with one hand. It looks like it was dislocated by the gallows.
Damnable red cloak baboons ransacking my wardrobes, as if I would keep ancient valuable secrets in a pile with my unmentionables.
She takes a deep breath, and with a twist, a click, and a screech of pain, she shoves her shoulder back into its socket.
I swear by the seven, if we did not have more important matters to attend to.
Reaching across the table, she pulls a bowl of hot water towards her and fishes some bandages, a needle and thread out of a box. She slowly starts to tend to her wounds.
At least the barbarians were unable to club their way into my vault, so everything you need should be safe.
No. Watch as she slowly wraps a cut on her arm. Ask why they strung her up.
Apparently I had a claw in murdering their darling divine-in-waiting Alexander.
The Meister wrenches the bandage, pulling the fabric tight against her wound. She winces before tying it off in a neat knot, but you can see the red stain already spreading across the fabric.
Never mind that. that I was here the entire time. Apparently my cunning transcends time, space, and common sense.
So now that she's free, can we proceed? You want to move quickly?
Enthusiasm? On a weekday? My word. We shall begin once we have the tools we need from my vault. You may have been chosen, Godwoken, but becoming divine requires more than a supernatural pat on the head. Come, Godwoken. It is time to see just how awake you are.
Okay, before you do that... Look at the price of that. Oh my word. It's very expensive.
Fortunately, the Magister to art as they do to fashion. Kindly remove that painting from the wall.
Open the Meister's hatch. The cellar is accessible via a button hidden on the wall. Behind a painting reveals a hatch that Meister Siva is called with a lock. Now, before we do that, let's see if there's anything to loot. Origins of Lucian. There was a great need then, unfathomable forces of darkness, forces so great the seven themselves could not hold them at bay, began to gather like storm clouds over our great realm. And so they made a decision. They would put their differences, their rivalries, their pride aside and join it in a single avatar. One who could unite their power into a single, almighty force of order and good. Lucian was chosen amongst those summoned, Lucian the worthy, Lucian the holy, 7 times divine was he, and yet still he fell. Right, let's get all this rubbish off the floor. Apple. Meaty stew. Cup, none. Bottle of beer, 7. Empty potion bottles, I like that. Tears for Troll. Tears for Troll by Harlan B. The term troll behaviour refers by the way trolls live their lives, from killing and feeding to roaring and courtship rituals. Once you've begun to identify trolls in your local meadows and caves, your next step is to find out how they behave. Luckily, this book is here to help. All trolls make for formidable foes, not just due to their size but due to their talents for health regeneration. A half-dozen adventurers could spend many a minute slashing away at a troll, only to make nary a permanent mark upon it. Some adventurers insist that burning or poisoning may prevent a troll from regenerating. Imagine their surprise when a troll wields those same skills against them, with no apparent harm. This is because some trolls are weaker than others against certain elements. Virulent trolls will use poison freely but reverse to the sun and keep to the shadow. They are vulnerable to fire, which is just as well. You will need a torch when searching for them. Blaze-bomb trolls are eternally thirsty and thus tend to congregate near rivers and ponds. Use poison on them if you wish to help their healing capabilities. Amphibious trolls can breathe both underwater and above water, but they prefer clean, fresh air, given how quickly their tender lungs fill with fog and smoke. Behaviour you'll notice: death fog kills most living things instantly, but trolls may actually develop immunity with mild, prolonged exposure. If you encounter such a beast, they may be harmed only when a curse is applied to the appropriate attack method. Ooh. Trolls are typically omnivorous, but many are known to develop a taste for humanoid flesh. These creatures often lose their weaknesses entirely, though as constructs of flesh and blood they are not indestructible. Okay, some nice info there.
I pray my instructions will not be too... Your talent for following simple instructions fills me with wonder and pride. Push the
That's
button.
very sarcastic, Siva. Behave.
I shall call it out as you go.
Feasts of the Four. Behold the mighty heroes of Driftwood, the feats of which owe them our thanks. Garrick, a human sleuth necromancer, is preying upon the dead of the stone gadget, Bromley a dwarf. Garrick, why don't I know that? Oh, that's the paladin we met. Bromley a dwarf who defeated the demons that plagued the great woodlands. Vidya, a lizard who subdued the strange beasts that arose from the primordial caverns east of Driftwood. Halla, an elf who defended the farmers who feed Driftwood against pitiless bandits. They are immortal through their deeds, their implements of victory shall rest where they slew their enemies. Tales of the Seven Gods, I'm not reading that. Book. What's just a book? Son against father, death in the Elflands, dramatic retelling of true events. Okay. This book contains a description of several magical artifacts that have been forbidden by the Divine Order. As you flip through the book, you are islands and a section about idols of rebirth. Fused with ancient magic, these statues allow the wielder to return to Rivellon after death. The statue grows ash and loses all magical properties after use. Impish tinkerers were widely known to travel with such idols on their person. Some sources even suggest that these tinkerers could restore magic properties of an inert idol using the power of a resurrection scroll. Okay. Thought that might have been a recipe. Obviously not.
A stone door lies flush with the floorboards. Etched whorls in the granite frame a delicate rotary dial. Gleaming under the dim light, the metallic dial almost seems to wink at you.
Enter the safe combination as the Meister calls it out.
Taking your time, you carefully enter the combination. The metallic sounds of the tumblers falling within the mechanism let you know you entered the code correctly.
Excellent. Follow me. Your time is at hand, Godwoken.
Powerful awakening. Investigate the Meister's cellar. We made it into the Meister's cellar. Nice update.
Ancient rooms, weird contraptions. This place is an Arcanist's dream.
Oh, hello. Notes on Godwoken Ascension. Gather the ingredients for the Godwoken ritual. The Meister's instructions for the ritual are very specific. Let's make sure we have all the necessary ingredients. Water and pestle. I haven't got one of those, have I? We'll take one of those. Pouch, we'll take
Rubbish.
That. I mean rubbish. It's another bag, it's not rubbish. Identify. 18 Huntsman Aerothurge. Have to lose one scoundrel for a bit, I think. We've all got source. It's a light. Yeah, okay. Ingredients
Opening
cupboard.
the door, you see a selection of ingredients, thrown together in no particular order.
Hey Ultimate, how are you? I'm not doing bad. Not bad at all, how are you?
After a quick rummage, you spot the blackroot nestled between the grated dragon's tongue and drudene oil. You gather up the blackroot, obsidian lance and ancient bowl and kick the door of the cupboard closed.
Okay then. Oh god. Oh, nice one. Nice one. Is that the first time you've completed it, Ultimate, or is that the a second time?
Huh, this again.
Get that. That. Oh, nice one. About 10 playthroughs. Wow, okay. Don't think I want that. Hey, Cleaver, we'll take that. Quick word with the Maester
is
again.
examining her wounds, prodding at this, wincing at that. Her face seems grim as she turns to you.
Do you know what it means to have the power of the divine, Godwoken?
Say, frankly, you don't. Is it like being a princess in a golden dress riding a unicorn?
Sarcasm, my girl, is not one of the seven.
Oh, and you've got room to talk, Siva. You're very sarcastic.
No, becoming the divine means taking on the power of all the gods and the responsibility for all the races. The divine was created by the gods to shelter us from the void. The divine cannot use her power for anything else.
Aldebaran, surely you can use some power for yourself.
When you become the divine, there is no more self.
For just a moment, her eyes soften as she looks at you.
It is no small thing to ask, but it is your duty. Without a new divine, Rivellon will die.
Understand.
Very well then. Let's see if we can't snatch divinity from the jaws of the void. The ritual itself is quite simple. Drop some blackroot in the bowl, mix in a little blood, set the concoction aflame, and then inhale the smoke. Ignore any feelings of dizziness, burning in your lungs, or a dire sense of existential dread. They're all perfectly normal, although you will need to sacrifice a little sauce along the way. Everything you need is here. Ingredients in the cupboard, sauce in the glowing fountain, ritual in the tome by the bookcase, even an incinerator to provide a flame.
Okay.
The Maester looks back at her wounds, curiously prodding them as fresh blood oozes out, staining her claws.
Observe that her cuts look pretty bad.
Quite. Mind you, being torn asunder by a Voidwoken would be even more inconvenient. So if you wouldn't mind...
The Maester points sharply to the ingredients cupboard.
Okay, so you get started
Do
immediately.
not lose anything. These ingredients are rare indeed. I'm not hiking back out to the Cloisterwood to fetch you more blackroot.
Right, okay. We should burn the mixture in a bowl within the cellar's incinerator and inhale the smoke. You know, cut ourselves with the obsidian lancet, then mix the blood and blackroot in the bowl. Where's the obsidian lancet? There it is. where's the bowl? Black root. Use. Combine with. I think that's what we need. Great stuff. I hope so. Let's hope it's not too hard on Tactician, eh? Oh, there it is.
As you suck the smoke deep into your lungs, your vision starts to swim and cloud. There
Hold the fumes in your guns and ignore the thumping in your
and
head.
you can feel the world fading. As the world fades away, you lose all sense of being grounded. You reach out, but you could feel yourself falling slowly, sinking into the depths of your own soul.
The deepest recess of my soul. But it looks like the Hall of Echoes.
The ritual worked. The Hall of Echoes was revealed once more. I'm finding it difficult to remember what happens here. This isn't the first time you fight, is it, in this area? I can't remember. Whoa, what's the... Oh.
Bathed in the half-light of these starless barrens, you spot a figure you could only describe as a second self. It looks haggard and weak, its very voice but a feeble echo of your own.
Sabil, come closer, so that you can see me as I truly am.
Ask who you're speaking to.
You will see when you look me in the eyes.
The apparition clasps your face in its shaking hands. You suddenly feel your eyes tingle. Everything becomes brighter, sharper. Blacks and whites become glorious bursts of color, then fade back into their accustomed spectrum.
Blind eyes, shine brightly. Speak the spell.
Spirit vision.
And see.
Speak the spell and see.
Gone is the strange mirror image of yourself. Before you stands the god Tactician in all his spectral glory.
You know me, don't you? I saved you from drowning. I blessed you, made you powerful, and now I've come to seek some power in return. Your god-woken soul is my last refuge, my last bastion. May as well make the best of what you have to offer.
Tactician nourishes himself from the source that abounds in your presence. You feel it deep down inside yourself.
Ah, yes. Just what I needed. I tell you, dying just doesn't become a god.
Dying? We're really asking what's happened.
The void itself is hunting down the gods, leeching us in ways we never thought possible. Droplet by droplet, we are being drained. We're battling for our very survival, It's a battle we're losing, and should we truly lose, all will be cast into oblivion.
I'm not sure we want to rile him up too much again. He doesn't seem to like it when we talk as Sybil. Surmise about hiding himself in your soul, he's turned into a target for every void walking in the world. So you won't stand for this, there must be a way to save him still.
To save us both, as a matter of fact. You must realize, Sybil, that our fates are now as one, just as our souls are now as one. We are I. Together we are a force to be reckoned with. But if we seek to survive the onslaught of the Void, we stand no chance unless we become vastly more powerful than we are now. That means there is but one place we can go. The Well of Ascension.
The Well of Ascension. See, you once read it. It is the fabled birthplace of gods.
It most certainly will be. The Well of Ascension is a lake, a pool of pure source in which the powers of the Seven lie united. We gave them up freely to create the first divine. Each of us donated half of that which makes us gods. To bathe in the lake is to become our chosen.
The Doctor in the city area, you mean, in the third area? The doctor that you need to speak to about Los's demon. I think that's the one, is it? I remember the Doctor like in the third act.
That.
Why is that going to be a problem on Tactician?
And you must be the first to reach it at all costs.
Oh, brilliant! Thank you. Yeah, something to look forward to then, eh? Tell him not to worry. To lose is a complete abstract to you.
I know. Or did you think I chose you for those majestic cat eyes alone? One must never enter into any endeavor, though, without realizing the stakes. The Void is stronger than ever. A new divine won't be enough. You need to go to the Well of Ascension, not to bathe in the source of the Seven, but to take it. All of it. Only she who claims everything will be everything. The Void's doom, this world's liberator.
Contemplate his words and say you very much like the sound of them.
I hope you understand them to their full extent. The other gods must either bow to you, or be undone. But of course that is what they are saying to their own god Woken as we speak. We both know they won't bow, just like we both know you will never bow to them. Only one can become a god strong enough to safeguard our world. One, at the expense of all others.
And that is why we need to convince them all to let it be me.
So make no mistakes,
which is going to be a problem with the Red Prince, I think.
Chances are the road to divinity will be paved with dead gods. Their blood on your blood-red hands. But don't let that dismay you, for these sins will be washed clean by the knowledge you committed them to save all of existence. To save your kin, and your loved ones, and the world they live in.
Alright, okay. Oh, Lone Wolf, so there's just two of you then. Oh, God. I wouldn't fancy that. Ask him where you can find a Well of Ascension.
I promise that yours alone will be the powers of the lake.
I'll bet you have him on Ultimate since you've cleared it 10 times the game.
Until you become a true master of the source.
You must know this like the back of your hand.
The language of creation itself. Our journey will be fraught with peril. It is a pilgrimage of challenges that will require you to command Source like only a Godwoken can, and wield its most powerful spells.
Says you're to become a master of the Source. Surely there is no better tutor than himself.
Hoarse laughter rolls and echoes into infinity.
You flatter me, Sabine. But if all I had to do was give, you would long ago since have received. We are I now. The spells you need to know I will teach you when you are ready. But first, you must learn to channel the Source in greater volumes. That is why you need to seek masters of the Source. You must make them teach you, so that you may become a master in turn. So return to Rivellon and seek out these sages where they dwell. Convince them to share with you their deep-seated bond with the Source. Once you have, you may return to me here.
Okay.
Best of luck, Sabine.
Thank you. Very kind.
The Meister stares intently at you. Her eyes are tired and bruised, but determined.
Still alive? Gods above, there might be something to you after all.
She leans in, her bloody tongue flickering hungrily about your face.
Tell me, what did you see? What you know?
Ignore the burning in your lungs and quickly explain what happened. Your god hiding within you, your new power, and the masters of Source.
She sighs impatiently as you hack up the last of the green smoke.
You can't channel enough Source? Gods be damned, why couldn't you have a nice simple problem? Finding an orc to dance the hornpipe, perhaps?
Look at her in surprise. She doesn't know what you need to do next.
I know exactly what must be done. You must find a master of Source. And I could have helped you once, but no longer. The purging which the Magisters included as part of their service was quite efficient. They stripped me of my Source. Not enough to silence me, but enough that I would not turn their insides to lime. Enough to sever my link to the font from which all Source flows, and certainly enough that I cannot train you. So we must seek alternatives. Alas, the only Source Masters not yet hauled off to Fort Joy or turned into meat puppets are those too dangerous or cunning for the Magisters to contain. Sorcerers that allowed their power to corrupt them. Many are wicked, cruel, vile, and generally not good teacher material, but we may have no others to turn to.
Let's go with Hero. Rest your hand on your weapon. You better be killing such creatures, not begging them for help.
Were the circumstances any different, I would indeed agree. However, it is the path we walk, no matter what the cost. No matter what is asked of you.
He had all the enemies 2 levels above him. Is he a sadist? This is Tactician is difficult enough when they're the same level as you. God, 2 levels above you, they would absolutely massacre you. God, that's hard work.
The Meister doubles over in a violent cough.
Did he have some mods to make him strong as well?
After a few moments, she regains her composure, wiping.
I've never looked for any mods on this, you know.
The corner of her mouth.
No, he didn't. Wow. So he must be one of these that knows the game inside out then, and knows what to do. A lone wolf. Alone. Wow. He's one of the min-maxes, is he? He knows exactly what he needs to do to get the best out of his character. Wow.
No matter what is asked of you, you must learn from them.
You can't hide the concern on your face. She doesn't seem well.
And you do not seem to be paying attention. Sorcerers, evil, controlling your source, saving Rivellon, please. Please tell me at least some of this rings a bell. Your focus, your only focus, must be on finding these masters, on finding the secrets to divinity. Nothing else matters.
That's where you can find these
The
masters.
Magisters have kept ledgers with all known sorcerers, especially the powerful ones not yet captured. They would be an invaluable resource, but do be careful not to get caught. I was their guest for a time, and I promise you the gallows was the most comfortable part of the experience.
Oh, right, okay.
And if their barracks turns out to be as empty as their skulls, just try to keep an ear to the ground. There may still be...
As she speaks, one of her wounds reopens, a dark red stain spreading across her tunic. She hisses in frustration and starts to bind the gash.
I wish there was more I could do, but in this condition, I would be more a hindrance than a boon. Godspeed, and remember, do whatever it takes.
Say be back as soon as possible. Okay. The Magister's list. We need the teachers. Need teachers in the ways of the Source. I thought Lone Wolf you could have one party member with you. Is that right? Oh yeah, right, okay. The Magisters keep a list of powerful sources in the region. They may be able to help us. Well, they don't really want to help us, I don't suppose, but not to worry. Ah, right, okay.
The spirit of an elegant elven woman materializes before you. She seems surprised.
You can see me. A god woken in my presence. You honor me.
Ask who she is.
I am the Meister's apprentice. I study under her, but I do not learn.
Ah, right,
I hear
okay.
tales of the ritual, of what lies beyond. Such wonders, such powers. I decide to pursue them myself. Meister tells me it cannot happen, that I am not God-woken. But in my heart, I know I'm special. I try. I burn the root. I breathe the smoke and it burns me back. No air fills my lungs, only fire. When the darkness falls, I cannot cry out. I leave my life behind with a shameful whimper.
That's why she was such a thing, if she was aware of the dangers.
The spirit looks at you regretfully.
It is hard to hear of such power and not covet it for yourself. I lie to myself and convince myself that I am special. But I am not special. I am dead.
Yes, obviously. Right, what's the problem with you again? What is this with you, Sir Laura? Come here.
The squirrel seems to be flicking through various scraps of paper, humming and hawing as he goes. After some time, he throws the scraps to the wind and spurs on his cat.
It's still there, Quercus. Do you think it'll ever leave us in peace?
Oh, right, okay. I'll have to look for him. Right, we've got everything. Do we need that? I suppose we can sell it. It's 20. Empty mug, stove, spoon. I think we've near enough got everything that we can sell. A little saving. Oh, we nearly missed that. Source orb. Mass cleanse wounds evasive aura. That would be nice. Right, Izzy Wizzy, let's get busy, eh? Let's have a word with Elizabeth. Come here, stop running.
The Meister's back, the Meister's back! She doesn't feel like playing, but...
Okay. Done those. Oh, stealing. Wasn't there a...
Let it be known henceforth to each and every subject here and everywhere that,
Read the proclamation.
in the absence of our beloved Alexander, Bishop Divine, slain with malice and injustice by foul sorcerers,
Oops.
as were let fly by the perfidious lizards of the ancient empire, with the aid and abettancy of the treacherous dwarven kingdom, the Divine Order of Lucian is now led by his son's most trusted intimate and advisor, Dallis.
Oh,
Hammer
Dallis
of the
took the
Divine,
reins.
Saviour of the sorcerers, and new deliverer of the peoples of Rivellon. The Hammer shall take counsel from her most trusted advisors.
Trufted. Well, that's a bit of a typo.
Hail to the Hammer.
Never
7
noticed that
times
before.
blessed.
Dallis is the queen bee now, and all those little magisters drone to her heart's content.
If such a coup was indeed a part of her plans, I can't but admire its execution. She's a clever girl, Queen
You're
Dallis.
safe among friends. Never forget it.
I don't want to sell first.
Good day to you.
Okay. Are you the merchant?
You're a delicate one, ain't you? Hope the smell don't drive you off.
No. Ah, there he is. Couldn't see him behind the desk.
My word, but a pretty thing like you shouldn't look so exhausted. Perhaps you could use a touch of magic?
That's to see what's for sale.
Have at it. Got yourself situated.
Right, what have we got?
Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar.
Then don't come over. Not like you're buying anything.
I'm not going to use those. I'll get rid of them.
If I don't come visit
Ruby.
you, Tug, who will?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Inkpot. Plate.
Keeping it together, Bree?
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends.
Mel's
Never
medical
forget
notes. Songbook. Dallas's diary. Get rid of that logbook. Have we read that? I can't remember. Piece of the Four. I want to keep T's for Troll. And has boots.
Keeping it together, Bree?
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it. Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar.
Then don't come over. Not like
Yeah, we're not going to use that. We're not going to use these.
Who will?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Keeping it together, Bree?
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it. How you holding up?
Not in any mood to talk about it.
Right, what's he got for us? Let's have a quick look. Pretty wings.
Have you anything that will protect against voidwoken?
I can turn aside fire, cold and poison. But voidwoken?
Yeah, I already know that skill. Okay.
Cold steel.
Blinding radiance, dazing
Smells
bolt.
worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar.
Then don't come over. Not like you're buying anything.
If I don't come visit you, ton.
That would come in very handy, you know.
Wouldn't you like to know?
Reactive
Keeping it
armor.
together, Bree?
I'm all right as long as I don't think about it too
Right,
much.
let's accept that for the time
You're
being.
safe
Let's get some
among
dosh.
friends.
We've only got
Never
1400.
forget
It's not
it.
very much, is it?
Yep.
Step away.
Calm as a coiled spring held tight, this silent watcher stands tense before you. It seems to be waiting for something, but what is not clear.
Okay.
You needing supplies? I'd stock up if I were you. It's madness out there. Never seen anything like it. Anything more?
Your fish stinks of the void. What kind of rat would sell such filth?
The kind that don't fancy starving, along with the rest of this town.
Oh, that's pretty normal stuff.
It's all well and good for you with your rations. We've got to take what we can get.
Keep talking, dwarf, and you'll end up eating sawdust from a
I
cell
think
floor.
do we still need that bone cage? I can't remember. I think we might do.
Until later then.
Yes, we do.
Glad to see you well. Anything more?
1288. Wow. Okay, we're going to have to get some more money. We need to do some shopping around. Let's get this.
The carved figure is a your touch creates a ripple across the mosaic.
That's gone. Right, you idle beggar.
What a sturdy elf you are. Penny for a sick dog.
A glance at the dog's miserable face tells you it's sick, all right.
Ask him what's wrong with the dog.
What am I, dog's doctor? Dog's sick. Go on, kiss a penny for a sick dog.
Oh, take leave.
The dog lies there quietly, clearly in great pain.
What are you looking at? I'm sick here. Get lost.
Ask it what ails it.
Got a pain in the neck. Got a bad pain in the neck.
Lay your hand upon its neck.
It flinches. A low, threatening growl builds within its throat.
Slide your hand underneath its studded collar.
Under the collar, you find the sharpened points of metal rivets, gouging the poor dog's skin. The dog bares its teeth at you and growls.
Tell the dog that you can heal its pain, but it must trust you.
The dog gives you a long, hard stare, but does not bite you. Yet.
Turn the collar inside out.
The dog goes to bite your hand, and then realizes the pain is gone.
Hey, I feel okay. Thanks, woman. I think I'll wander off now. Here, before I go, what can I do to show my gratitude?
You're safe among friends. Never forget it.
Ask him who put the collar on him. Well, we knew who did that, don't we?
Master did.
Give the dog a friendly pat on the head and turn away. Off he goes. Right, you little son of a bitch. Doing that to a dog.
For a grieving beggar whose dog ran away.
Mention this dog's spiked collar, tell him he's cruel.
God damn it. How's my livelihood? Penny for a grieving beggar? I reckon I'm owed it here.
Tell him you'll tell the people what he did.
You wouldn't do that, would you? Oh, yes. You would do that, wouldn't you? I couldn't prevail upon you to change your mind, could I?
Stinks of the void. What kind of rat would sell such filth?
The kind that don't fancy...
Tell you what all his earnings, and be glad that that's all you're asking.
He gives you a cool look, then rummages in his pocket. He hands you the contents.
That's your lot. Go on then, get lost, you freeloader. I'm working here.
Calling me freeloader, really? The wrecked caravan. We'll need to go and look for the ghosts. One of his dog claws. That's done. Okay.
Keeping it together, Bree.
Let's see about some weapons.
Wars are brewing, my friend, and we may find ourselves on different sides, in which case prices will go up. Buy now while you still can. Special prices for you while we're still friends. War is hell, my friend, but it's very good for business.
Smells worse over
Good luck to
here
you.
than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar.
Well, don't come over.
28 to 31? Nah, it's not that good, is it?
If I don't come visit your ton, who will?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Warfare and Hydrosophist. 24 magic armor, that's not bad.
Keeping it together, Bree.
41 HP. Oh, that's nice. Look at the price of it, though.
You're safe among
Look at the price of these.
Never forget it.
Hear ye! Queen Justinia executes 24 noblemen.
We need money.
How you holding up?
Little saving.
Not in any mood to talk about it.
Can do that. This area is much easier without Ifan with you. Who are you? Town Crier.
Will protect against void one.
Latest news! Fresh from the War Owl! Hear all about it!
Ask him to tell you the latest.
Many a latest, my friend. The war, the bishop, the queen. What tickles your fancy?
Tell you what to hear more about the Queen.
Jolly Justinia, Queen of the Dwarves. Ha! Scourge, more like. Here's 20 or so noble gentlemen. No one knows what they did wrong, if anything, and she has them stripped and whipped all the way to the execution grounds. Didn't even give them the dignity of a sword. No, ma'am. Had them all hung. Real slow-like. You ask me, and I say she's mad as a mink with its tail on fire. Queen or no queen.
Ask him about the warrior mentioned.
Ain't looking too good for them lizards. Word is, the Divine Order's gonna hit the ancient empire and hit it hard. Don't need to tell you, of all people, them sauce-loving lizards don't stand a chance. Ain't no one left standing when you treat them to death, folk.
So you're interested in the fate of the bishop?
Seven save us. Stabbed in the back he was by them vile, low-born, treacherous seekers.
No, he wasn't.
Kill them all, I say. Do them like Magister Raymond did old Lady Siva. That'll teach them traitors. I mean, they doomed us all, didn't they? The son of the Divine is dead. Gone. Who'll save us now?
Well, we'll take our leave of that madman. I seem to remember something about this. Nicholas. Olgrey. What was that?
Greetings! May the Seven circle you and keep you safe. Ah, it's a wonderful day, wouldn't you agree?
Why not? Agree, it's a wonderful day.
And with good reason, too. Oh, for isn't it wonderful to look upon so simple a meal, bread and cheese, and be positively overcome with appetite?
Well, good luck with that then.
Only a few days
that
ago,
guy. I hope you
pain,
have lots of
from
success with
fish
it.
They dare sell on the market. But then a fellow pilgrim passed by, laid his hands upon my feverish skin, and just like that, I was cured. Truly, it was a miracle.
No, I wouldn't do honor mode. No, 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 no. God, if it's harder than this, God help you. Express interest. Who was this miracle worker?
Alas, I cannot say who he was. but I can say what he was. A holy man. A stranger showing kindness to strangers, exemplifying the teachings of the divine. Fills my heart with gladness to know that there are still folks like him to be found, now that our Lord Alexander has fallen. May the Seven keep him. May they keep all of us.
A so-called holy man who can heal with magic. I wonder if he might be one of the sorcerers Meister Siva wants me to find.
Blessings of the divine upon you, my lady. My husband and I were just sitting down for a picnic under the sun. We haven't much to offer, but would you care to join us?
Praise her hospitality. Say you be delighted.
Wonderful. Come, sit.
Whatever.
Oh, it's lovely to meet new people on the road. There you go, all cozy. So tell me, are you heading to Arks like we are? Nicholas and I wouldn't miss Lucian's Day for the world.
Say you may make it to Arks eventually, though not quite for the festival.
Oh, but you must visit the cathedral, please do. The more pilgrims pray for his return, the sooner Lucian will walk among us once more, just like the prophecy says. So come, let us break bread and strengthen ourselves for the journey. We have a sacred duty ahead of us in the holy city of Arks.
You eat, drink, and have a good time of it with Glory and her husband Nicholas. After the meal, you express your thanks and take your leave.
Okay. Can't steal your book though. Okay. Let's have a look over here. Oh, these are the boys looking for the friend that got eaten by the shark. I think they might be. We'll take these, we can sell them. Pen buttons.
Hello, missus.
The little boy looks at you. He picks his nose.
Ew.
You be careful. My daddy's a magister. No, he's not. His daddy's a fisherman like most daddies round here.
Tell them that's nothing. Your daddy's a god, probably.
They stare at you in disbelief. Then they start laughing.
You're weird.
Ask them what they expect to see staring at the water.
We're waiting for our friend. He went for a swim. He'll be back soon.
He went swimming all the way to Fort Happy.
Fort Happy.
Fort Joy?
That's what I said. Fort Joy. He's going to find his mum and bring her back.
Ask if their friend's name is Joe.
Cool. How did you know that?
Mrs., have you seen our friend Joe?
Tell them the truth about Joe. They have to grow up sometime.
What they don't know can't hurt them. Don't tell them.
Probably.
Kids are resilient. Tell them the truth.
Probably killed her. Kids resilient, tell the truth. That's 2-1. We'll go with telling the kids. Alright kids, it's time you hear the truth. So here's the thing, Joe was eaten by a shark.
The horror grows on their little faces.
No, that's a horrible thing to say. I bet it wasn't Joe. I bet it was someone else's leg in that icky shark.
She bursts into tears, then looks from you to her and back again, then starts crying too.
Neil, hug both children to you, tell them it's going to be alright.
After a moment, the crying subsides. Ben and Harriet snuggle into you.
So where's Joe?
He's dead. Scholar, tell him Joe is with the ancestors in the Hall of Echoes. Omit the word hopefully.
It's okay to say you don't know. You don't have to make stuff up.
I think we should go home. Come on, Ben. Thanks, lady. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Mr. Lady Missus.
Mr. Lady Missus.
They skip away, still children, but now, somehow, older than before.
Oh, hello. Poison arrow. Okay. Completed that quest.
I'm alright, as long as I don't think about it too much.
Oh, we stink. smelly. 4 turns. Let's wait for that to go, shall we?
Don't let up now. Keep hauling that cargo. That's it.
Yeah, it was pretty bad that, wasn't it? Just poison stuff. Alright, if you're an undead.
You too, Julian. Show 'em how it's done, man. Go on, you mute sacks of flesh. Put your backs into it. I'll not lose another day to the tide. The Lord Dread awaits. Its sails billow with Dallas's breath.
The Magister stops, barking orders. He sniffs the air like a predator, turns to face you, the wolf eyeing the deer.
Intense fellow, this one. Keep calm and courteously bid him good day.
You do not get to make that decision. That decision is mine. A good day? Let's talk about a good day. Tell me, have you ever been strung up by the hands? Your body swinging like a bell's clapper as your bones are being broken with cast iron rods?
Ask why he'd inquire after such a horrible thing.
I inquire because I enjoy painting a picture with which I'm so very intimately familiar.
He licks his lips. Dry flesh turns wet.
See, I'd like to string you up too. Rack you with rods and leave you dangling over a puddle of your own blood and piss.
It's horrible. Ask what it is you've done to deserve such hostility.
Oh, no, that won't do at all. Innocence is a mask that doesn't fit you. I'm very good at what I do, see? I don't even need a sauce hound yapping at my side. There was a whiff of something in the air when you approached. A current of filth, that is to say, sauce. Best convince me I was mistaken.
Memory persuasion, should we try that? Save. Oh, success.
He leans in closer and sniffs the air once more.
Interesting. So I was mistaken. Must have been ambition I smelt on you, not the magic that dare not speak its name. Very well. In that case, we'll forego the gallows and turn straight to the hunt. No doubt a trustee of Dallas is champing at the bit to see some action. Seems peaceful here, doesn't it? A quiet day in a quiet town. One wouldn't think these drifting woods toss on dwarf-troubled waters, but they do.
You're intrigued. Inquire after these dwarven troubles.
Consider for a moment the dwarf. What is he? A mule? A beast of burden? But some defy that role. There are rats among them, dancing to their rat queen's tune.
Yes, it is, that guy. It is.
I've need of a rat catcher.
Ooh, 2,000 experience. Urge him to make his point. If you accept the role of rat catcher, you'll need more concrete information.
Of course. I must depart post-haste. But Julian here will stay behind and be a good little parrot. Ask and he will answer.
Stay behind? But I've my orders. Same as you. Dallas.
Like I said, Julian is staying. And with that, I must be off. No hard feelings about the death threats, of course. How about we part shaking hands instead of stringing them up?
Shake his hand, I'll say you look into the troubles with the dwarves.
How very heartwarming. One last thing. The Magisters here are diligent men and women. A stranger like you may run into troubles with them. Should this happen, just wave this piece of parchment in their eager little faces. My signature will placate them without fail, I assure you.
Very kind of you.
Adieu and good luck. The Lord Dread awaits. The use of the gallows I pass on to you.
And I'll see you very soon to kill you. Hopefully.
Time has come, my stitched-lid lovelies.
I hope.
We set sail. Get on board and man your stations.
Hey, that guy. Thanks for the follow, mate. Cheers. Much appreciated, my friend. Do we need to speak to it? I'm going to have a quick word with this Master Julian. Oh, hello, I missed that.
The Magister is rubbing the dirt off his robes, none the worse for wear, apparently, from the blast of magic that knocked him off his feet.
You, the so-called friend of Dallas. I'd be whining and dining aboard the Lord Dread if it weren't for you. Your meddling in Magister affairs had better be worth it.
Tell him his superior told him to report to him.
Yes, I am very much aware. Wasn't my damned head that hit the floor back there. Now answer me. Did you meet with a Magister caravan on your way into town? The hour's growing late and I'm beginning to worry something might have gone wrong.
Affirm you did.
By the bishop's bones, you saw it. Out with it, woman. What happened?
Tell him he discovered the caravan was waylaid by Dwarven... No. It's destroyed by Voidwoken.
Voidwoken? That means Source was used. Which means some third party must have attacked first. And I've a fair idea who that might have been. Raymond, that old goat. Always suspected there's more to the Driftwood dwarves than meets the eye. Hate to admit it, but I think he may be right. Too many things have gone wrong along Reaper's Coast to attribute to bad luck. Magister ships sinking, weapons disappearing, and as you've seen, a caravan attacked and destroyed. Rumour has it the Dwarvian Queen herself is behind these acts of sabotage. That is what I want you to prove.
Say if you're to prove these accusations, you need to know where to start looking.
There's a local thug, Lohar.
Ooh,
He
Lohar.
runs an operation out of his hideout.
Each wants a word with him.
Blackwidow Tavern. I suspect this man of being a spy for his queen.
It may be interesting to have a word with him. Find out what he's up to. Where I really want you to ferret around is Reaper's Bluffs, to the west of Driftwood.
It's wild territory, remote and hostile, where I believe the dwarves may have set up a base of operations away from prying eyes. Should you find any such place, and better yet, proof that Lohar is working in behalf of Queen Justinia, you will be handsomely rewarded, I assure you.
That's what Raymond. Why Raymond and he suspect the dwarves to be culprits?
They've always been snakes in the grass. Cheap labour, sure, and hard workers too. Half of them are their queen's spies. Her eyes, her ears, her poison-pouring hands. You know what Queen Justinia is like, surely. A tyrant and a master strategist to boot. In that case, go forth and let the hunt commence.
Okie dokie. What's that? Deck of cards. No thanks.
I've enough strife trying to earn a bit of coin without having the likes of you eyeballing me as well. I've got years of fishing experience behind me, and I'm reduced to begging to gut and clean what catchers make it back.
Okay, I thought I might get a conversation if I'd used him. Cautionary pamphlet. What's that? Sailor scavengers of fellow magisters Do not follow the light. Okay, alright, get rid of that. I want to check if we use these. I think I've read that. Read that. No, I haven't. There we go. Holy hand grenade, we've read that one. Closer. Molly the dog.
Hackles raised, the dog barks at the sand built up beneath the building.
That's what it's barking at.
There's something not right, and that's wrong. It's under the house thing there, and it's bad. I can smell it.
Remember that everything smells bad around here.
Not like this. This smells real bad. This smells evil.
Okay.
Sorcerer! Dallas, get her!
You're dead, Alexander. Alexander, you're dead. You have to stay dead until we say you're not dead anymore.
Here, missus. Alexander doesn't have to stay dead, does it? Hey, are you an elf?
Admit, yes, you are an elf.
Whoa!
Cool. I think you look weird.
Tell Alexander you very much hope he stays dead. I'll tell the kids that rules are made to be broken. Alexander can come back to life if he wants to.
See? Told ya. Take that, sorcerer. Come on, Dallas, help me put a collar on her.
Turtle Johnny puts an invisible sauce collar on Mary Lane.
Take that, sorcerer! No more saucy sorcery for you! Alexander and Dallas save the world again!
I don't think so.
I hate this game.
Point out this Alexander can come back from the dead. A sorcerer can learn how to break a source collar.
The three kids stare at you in awe.
Crack! The source collar's broken. I'm free. How about you, Dallas? I'll kill you again, Alexander. I'm a big bad sorcerer. Woohoo!
For a moment, you watch the children play. Then you leave them to it.
Oh, okay. We've got that. Oh, we're a bit smelly again.
Get her, Dallas. Get that sorcerer.
That's no good.
No, we don't want to go out of town yet. We'll go back to the inn, I think. Hello. Physical armor, leadership, perseverance, finesse. Damn it. Get a lot of finesse stuff. Okay. Equip those. 12 finesse. Nope. Who's Lord's talking to? Oh, hello.
Get her, Dallas. Get that sorcerer.
Challenge the Magister, who she to ask you questions.
I'm someone investigating the disappearance of 4 magisters. There's a sorcerer stalking these streets. An affront to our order.
Several brothers have gone missing. Now tell me, have you seen a man in a grey cloak, grey beard, carrying a satchel, perhaps?
So you haven't.
Damien, take it all. Where is the snake? Magister Carver will have our heads if we don't find him. It's vital that you report anything unusual. We must know. Is that clear?
Ask about this person she's hunting.
He arrived in Driftwood some days ago, dressed as a tinkerer. He bought and sold a few knickknacks. But we thought nothing of it until our brothers started vanishing. As soon as he knew we were onto him, he ran. We think he's hiding in here, but he's a canny one. Now, be on your way. Who knows where he could strike next?
Okay. Law and Order. Magister Julian asked us to investigate Lorhar's doings in Driftwood and his connection to the Dwarf Queen. Find the Magister's murderer. Several Magisters have disappeared from Driftwood. 4 players suspected. Investigation over. Someone's been killing Magisters. You put in the investigation. Carver's investigation. Sorcerer Higber is suspected of killing Magisters. We should investigate. And we will, I think. Next time, guys, it's time for me to go and take the dog out. So I'll put a little save in there. I should be back tomorrow. I don't think I'll be back this afternoon. I've got things to do. We are moving house later this week, so I've got things to do around the house that I've got to do. So I should be back tomorrow morning for a couple of hours, hopefully. Alright guys, thanks for watching, thanks for chatting, thanks that guy, thanks Ultimate, I shall see you all soon. Thanks for watching, this is Olgrey, signing off.